back. Nigeria's security crisis took center stage once again as former Anambra State Governor and 2027 presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC, Peter Obi, made one of his strongest statements yet on leadership, insecurity, and the sacrifices required to govern Africa's most populous nation. Speaking during a recent interview on Black Box with journalist el-Rufai Oseni, Obi declared that he is prepared to die for Nigeria if necessary, insisting that no leader can successfully confront insecurity without being willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for the country.
You must show commitment.
Is it commitment that solves problem of criminality?
Commitment solves the problem of everything.
Okay, you think President Tinubu is not committed to solving the problem?
Well, I don't say there's a complicity somewhere. Don't worry.
But this talk about, I'm happy you talked about complicity.
Yeah.
This talk about complicity, even Goodluck Jonathan said the same many years ago, that there's a complicity somewhere.
So when you come in, you deal with it.
How will you deal with it?
I said I've done it in the past. Just go and ask people. When I came into Anambra, even the famous kidnapper Evans said I sent them out of Anambra State. He said in his own interview, go and check his interview. He said Peter will send us out of Anambra State. Everybody left.
The statement comes at a time when many Nigerians are expressing frustration over persistent kidnappings, terrorist attacks, banditry, school adoptions, and the continued killing of both civilians and security personnel across different parts of the country. During the interview, Obi was confronted with questions about what he will do as the president and commander-in-chief to tackle the worsening security situation. He was asked how he will handle the growing wave of kidnappings, the adoption of school children, the killing of teachers, and the murder of senior military officers.
If you were commander-in-chief, what would you do?
What you say again, you start saying me, how are you going to do it?
How?
I will not tell you.
Why?
But be rest assured.
Because Nigerian people need to know.
No. Nigerians are not asking that.
While Obi did not review detailed military strategies, he repeatedly stressed that leadership commitment is the most important ingredient in defeating criminality. According to him, the battle against insecurity begins with a leader's determination to confront criminals without compromise. He argued that once government demonstrates seriousness and political will, criminal networks become weaker and eventually lose their ability to operate freely. Drawing from his experience as governor of Anambra State, Obi recalled how kidnapping and violent crime were drastically reduced during his administration.
Commitment. I fought criminality in Anambra State. Go and ask people, head on.
He pointed to testimonies from former criminal figures who allegedly admitted that operating in Anambra became extremely difficult because of the government's aggressive response to criminal activities. Obi insisted that leadership cannot coexist with fear. According to him, a country must have only one authority in charge. He argued that governments lose credibility when criminal groups begin to challenge state authority and dictate the lives of ordinary citizens. His comments became even more dramatic when he declared that anyone seeking leadership must first be prepared to die for the people they want to govern. According to Obi, leadership is not about enjoying power, privileges, or public attention. Instead, he described leadership as a responsibility that requires courage, sacrifice, and total commitment to the survival of the nation. When asked directly whether he was personally prepared to die for Nigeria, Obi answered without hesitation, yes.
It's one government. It's either I'm in charge or they're in charge. One person must be in charge.
One person must be in charge.
That's what I told him in Anambra.
Are you saying that the current government is not in charge?
I said one person must be in charge. We declare war. If you're ready to lead, you must be ready to die. If you're not ready to die, go home.
Are you ready to die for Nigeria?
Yes. Tomorrow, if I'm outside this country and there's war, I'll come back. I'm a Nigerian. I've never had any reason to have any country's passport. I lived abroad for years. People collected different passports. I've never taken it. God created me a Nigerian. And and I'm ready to die here.
The remarks have generated widespread reactions across the country. Supporters praised Obi's comments as evidence of courage and patriotism, arguing that Nigeria needs leaders who are willing to place national interest above personal comfort and safety. Others viewed the statement as a challenge to the political class, many of whom have been accused by critics of failing to demonstrate urgency in tackling insecurity despite the growing threat posed by terrorists, kidnappers, and armed criminal groups. The timing of Obi's comments is significant. Nigerians continue to face serious security challenges across multiple regions. In recent months, reports of mass adoptions, attacks on schools, and deadly assaults on communities have dominated national headlines. One of the incidents that shocked many Nigerians involved the adoption of students and teachers in Oyo State. Several victims were taken away by armed attackers, while some lost their lives during the ordeal. Families continue to wait for the safe return of loved ones still in captivity. The country also recently witnessed the tragic death of retired Major General Rab Abubakar, who was adopted alongside his wife in Katsina State, while his wife was later rescued by security forces. The retired military officer lost his life in captivity. For many Nigerians, such incidents highlight the urgent need for stronger action against criminal groups that continue to operate across parts of the country. During the interview, Obi expressed concern that non-state actors have become increasingly bold in challenging the authority of government institutions. He warned that no nation can prosper when armed groups operate with confidence, while citizens live in fear. The former governor also reflected on Nigeria's military history, noting that Nigerian troops once played major peacekeeping roles across Africa and beyond.
We used to have military that kept peace all over the world. Our military were able to help to keep peace from Europe to Sudan to Liberia to Kuwait to everything. What had changed?
He argued that the country's armed forces still possesses the capacity to defeat insecurity if provided with the right leadership, support, and direction. According to Obi, the issue is not necessarily the absence of resources or personnel. Instead, he believes the real challenge lies in the willingness of leaders to make difficult decisions and pursue criminal elements relentlessly. His message was clear. Defeating insecurity requires commitment at the highest level of government. As political activities ahead of the 2027 elections continue to gather momentum, security is expected to remain one of the most important issues for voters. Many Nigerians want practical solutions, decisive action, and measurable results in the fight against terrorism, kidnapping, and violent crime. Peter Obi's declaration that he is ready to die for Nigeria has now added another dimension to the national conversation. Whether Nigerians see it as a powerful statement of patriotism or simply political rhetoric, one thing is certain: the issue of insecurity remains at the heart of the debate over who should lead the country in the years ahead. The question now is whether political leaders are truly prepared to make the sacrifices necessary to restore security, protect lives, and reclaim every part of Nigeria from criminal elements. Nigerians will be watching closely, and many believe the future of the country may depend on the answer. Share your views in the comments and join the conversation. I'm Chidera Isom. Thank you for watching.